2018, submission audio came into being with the launch of the original EuroBass instrument. Since then, its successor, EuroBass II, has become an industry standard and widely beloved virtual instrument in the music production space. Featured across numerous records and video game soundtracks, we knew we had a lot to live up to with the creation of EuroBass III. Luckily, we blew our expectations out of the water, and after you finish watching this video, we're confident it will blow past yours too. EuroBass III has been created from the ground up, employing the truBass technology we developed while working with Simon Grove and Jacob Umansky to develop Grove Bass and Umansky Bass respectively. So, what does this actually mean in practice? Well, firstly, you now have access to the entire fretboard of the instrument. Perhaps a note is sticking out uncomfortably during a riff. You can now use the position function as a virtual capo in order to force the instruments to play that note on another string. You can also use our 4-string articulation to tell the instrument exactly where to play every single note, thus allowing you to match the tone of that performance perfectly with your guitar tracks. You may have already noticed this, but truBass comes with a fundamental upgrade of our alternate picking logic, meaning that any MIDI performance fed through EuroBass III will immediately sound better than EuroBass II without any additional tweaking. These are our proprietary under-the-hood humanization improvements included with every truBass instrument. Speaking of humanization, if, even in spite of all this, the performance sounds too stiff and robotic, simply adjust the humanization function to get the required performance variation. We like it right on the border of human and bassist. If, however, you want to go in the complete opposite direction and remove all variants, say hypothetically that you're working on EDM or industrial music where consistency and robotic elements are desirable, simply engage the Doom switch, named in the spirit of a popular project EuroBass II featured on. This will limit the sample round robin significantly while removing all velocity variation. The alternate picking section now defaults to the automatic control, which will sound best in most cases. You no longer need to set the alternate picking timing divisions manually unless you very specifically want to force down picking. Down or up picking can also be manually set using our key switches for those that want complete oversight of the performance. In the spirit of offering perfect control, EuroBass III comes with completely overhauled sliding logic. While EuroBass II was extremely limited in its ability to slide, EuroBass III can slide from any note on the fretboard to any other note on the fretboard in multi-part passages, all while maintaining realistic energy decay over time. Try it out, it's quite remarkable. Legato and tapping are likewise overhauled and applied all over the virtual fretboard by the use of their respective key switches. Much requested by the community since the release of EuroBass, EuroBass III is the very first virtual instrument we've released which features fully articulated, multi-sampled palm muting. With the same realism profile as our regular alternate picking articulations, you can rest assured that any muted sections in your music will sustain the utmost level of realism. While this is not a technique we suggest you employ often on bass guitar, it can nonetheless be used to bring down the energy level of a performance as necessary. Another first is that EuroBass III is a hybrid instrument, combining both alternate picking articulations for regular playing with slap bass technique to spice up any passages needing a little extra. This is all supplemented by the plethora of ghost note and harmonic articulations you already know and love from submission audio basses. Rounding out our new features, in the settings menu you have access to the tuning of the bass, once again allowing perfect matching of your guitar performances, and the bend range for the corresponding MIDI parameter. While you're here, you can also see the list of total articulations and their corresponding key switches, which are custom mappable and usable in either latched or momentary modes. Lastly, you may have noticed that EuroBass III comes with 2 pre-processed tones alongside the raw instrument DI, just like EuroBass II. However, under the hood, these function completely differently. In EuroBass III, we're now utilizing native real-time processing using the Contact engine, which not only shrinks the size footprint of the instrument down to a fraction of EuroBass II, but also sounds far more natural. To boot, it also allows you to tweak certain parameters of those tones, such as drive, tone, compression, and girth via the Mixer tab in order to perfectly marry the tone to your music, straight out of Contact. If, for any reason, you still want to hold on to EuroBass II, rest assured that it exists as a separate product in the Contact ecosystem, so you can actually run EuroBass II and III concurrently. EuroBass III will not override EuroBass II. This way, you can still maintain all the backward compatibility across your sessions and also A/B test them against each other to verify what you've learned in this video. Alongside this, we're offering existing EuroBass II users the opportunity to get 50% off when upgrading to EuroBass III. Please use the link in the description to learn more. We hope you've enjoyed this feature update for EuroBass III. Be sure to let us know what you think in the comments and tag us on social media anytime you create music with it.